Welcome back, everyone. Bart and Jennifer Mills back with us today. Their movie reviewing. They did this time around Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Okay, so there's a lot obviously going on in this movie. Bart, you were mentioning there's three kind of origin stories they're doing. So you got to pay attention, I'm guessing.
Yeah, obviously, the story goes back to, it's no spoiler to say that the Black Panther has died. And the story literally opens up with this sort of heart-wrenching scene. And, of course, we know that we're carrying the baggage of the actual actor, Chadwick Boseman, who passed away a few years ago. And so we start from that point, and then we just gradually keep introducing. We go through how they're dealing with the loss of their king, how the rest of the world is dealing with the loss of this king, and then some of the results of his activities, which bring us to this new character, which is Namor, who is, he's sort of the man from Atlantis in this version of the world, and how his civilization was affected by the last Black Panther's decision to really go public in the world. And so that's what drives the movie forward, and it gets us going, at least.
I did hear, Jennifer, about Atlantis, and then you have Wakanda, and they're both peace-loving civilizations, and the whole key is to try to prevent war between these two. Am I oversimplifying the plot? Is that one of the key tenets?
Well, he wants the Wakandans to join him to protect both of their countries, basically. But the Wakandas don't really want to get into that. They don't want to pick sides. They're doing fine. These other countries all want this very precious, what was it called?
The vibranium.
Vibranium. So they're all trying to mine the vibranium. And, Namari, is that his name? Namor, sorry. Yeah. So they have this titanium or vibranium where he lives too. And I'm getting all my chemicals mixed up this morning. So that's what he thinks is going to start this war, is protecting this precious metal that he doesn't want any other country to get.
So bring your periodic chart to the theater with you.
Yeah.
One thing I was thinking too, one of the complaints I heard, and Bart, you mentioned this, that it's very well done. It's visually very appealing. But one of the complaints I heard that there's long stretches of dialogue, long stretches of exposition. Is that a necessary evil in this movie, or did that kind of put you to sleep?
Well, again, Ryan Coogler is one of our best directors. He's just brilliant. And I will say, if you have Angela Bassett on screen talking for 20 minutes, I'm in. She is phenomenal in this movie. And every time I see her, I just keep thinking, why isn't Angela Bassett in every movie I'm watching? Because she's so good. And there's a lot of really talented younger staff involved as well, young actors. But there is a lot of dialogue. There's a lot to do with this movie because, again, we are introducing. We have three new origin stories. We have Shuri, who is the Black Panther's younger sister, who's this genius young now princess. We have Namor, who is again this new character we've introduced with all these powers coming from the deep ocean, and then we have Dominique Ford, who's really charming as this new character who turns out to be Ironheart, which is a variation on the Iron Man theme. And these are all characters that are going to have a life of their own inside the Marvel universe. So when you have that much origin story, then you end up with a lot of monologues, so people can tell their stories. And so we had to, you feel like you have to sit through this because this movie is a transition this is the last of the Phase 4 in the Marvel Universe. I know that much. And so this movie is transitioning us from that phase into the next world that we're going to be dealing with. And so there's a lot of work to be done.
It was such a tough thing, as you mentioned, Bart, to pick up after Chadwick Boseman's tragic death. Jennifer, do you think that transition, they did a nice job of that transition?
I think they did an excellent job. I mean, they really paid tribute to him as an actor, paid tribute to him as a very, very strong character that he had. And everything that I read from, the crew said it was really cathartic for them to all get back together as sort of a family and pay tribute to him and let their grief out. And they did an amazing job with that.
Yeah, that's one of the things I heard is a very emotional movie that you'll get wrapped up in it. Mm-hmm. All right, guys, appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
You bet. Nice chatting with you. We'll be back after this.